So a symposium. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it hold its nose to the grindstone and hunt with the hounds. Every dog has a stitch in time. 2 heads, you've been sold one good turn. One good turn deserves a bird in the hand. A bird in the hand is better than no bread. To have your cake is to play off. Make hay while you can still hit the nail on the head. For want of a nail, the sky might fall. People in glass houses can't see the wood for the new ground. Rome wasn't built between 2 stools. Empty vessels wait for no man. A hair of the dog is a friend indeed. There's no fool like the fool who shot his boat. There's no smoke after the horse is gone. And I think at that point, actually, I'd like to disappear myself. I hope you have a wonderful evening. What a delight to be here this evening and be celebrating this momentous occasion for all of us. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Thank you.
Number 2 in the invitation to see you. Lovely to see you again.
What a pleasure.
You know, Loretta, of course, I do. It's a pleasure to see you. Very much to be. What a delight to be here. Thank you so much.
God bless.
Some stuff.
Kids in that. Children are great. Kids in that.
All right.
They're great to adapt to. But it's a testament.
Next.
You guys ready to do it?
Come on, Lisa.
Alright, here we go.
I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to sit this one out. Good luck. You just Good luck. I'm going to sit it out. Oh, you go ahead. I'm going to sit down.
All right, you ready?
Right? No, it's good though.
Or do you want to manage?
They can come up a little bit. They're fine. They're fine.
Oh, nice to see you. How are you? Thunder. Man, that's a serious name there. What's your name? David? Paul. Paul? George. George, good to see you. Katie, so nice to see you. Ryan? So nice to see you. We're waiting for my wife. She always is more popular than me, so it's got some people hang on to a little long. Let's see what's happening. This is Celtic Thunder.
Oh my God, I love you guys. I am great.
What do you think about the shoes?
Well, I don't know. How you doing? Get you up there if you like, Mr. President. We always have a spare.
They're nice, man. I like these shoes. When she first met me, I was wearing these shoes. I was. Come on. All right.
Squeeze in.
Well, thank you so much for entertaining us. You're very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Hello, what's your name? Maggie, so nice to see you. How are you? Oh, listen to you. How do you do, sir? How are you? Al, good to meet you, sir. Morning. So nice to see you. Good to see you. Fantastic. Nice to meet my wife, Michelle. Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much. Very, very gracious of you. Very good. Wonderful. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for doing this for us this morning. Thank you so much. Take care. Take care. Thank you. How are you? Very nice to see you, Paul. My wife, Michelle. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, here you go. How are you? Nice to see what you're doing. Bill, so nice to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Look, you guys are looking so wonderful. Come on, say hello. What's your name? Good to see you, Victoria. What's your name? Good to see you, Sarah. Rachel, so nice to see you.
Yeah, I'll get out of the way. I'm just gonna clear out afterwards.
Nice to see you. Kelly, good to see you. How long does it take to do your hair? Long time? Caroline, good to see you. Hey guys! What's your name? Hey Rachel, what's your name? Hey Shannon, you guys look so pretty. What's your name? How are you? You look just like her? It's great to see you. Nice to see you. Good to see you, Andreas. Colin, good to see you. Nicholas, good to see you. Good to see you, Kim. All right, why don't we get all you guys in front?
Like many songs, many poems, which is on the borderline between sense and nonsense. So here we go, The Loaf. Are you ready? When I put my finger to the hole, they've cut for a dimmer switch in a wall of plaster stiffened with horsehair. It seems I've scratched a 200-year-old itch with a pink and a pink and a pinky pick. When I put my ear to the hole, I'm suddenly aware of spades and shovels turning up the game, all the way from Raritan to the Delaware, with a clink and a clink and a clinky click. When I put my nose to the hole, I smell the floodplain off the canal after a hurricane, and the spots of green grass where thousands of Irish have lain, with a stink and a stink and a stink. When I put my eye to the hole, I see one holding horse down to the rail, in the hope, indeed, of washing out a few whole ears of grain, with a wink and a wink and a winky wink. And when I do at last succeed in putting my mouth to the horsehair fringe niche, I could taste the small loaf of bread he baked from that whole seed, with a link and a link and a linky link. Thank you so much. The refrain, of course, so often bordering on nonsense. This is a poem which I hope you will sort of dive into with me, completely into the realm of nonsense. At least I think it's completely.
A deeper commitment to those around you. That's who he is. Come to think of it, maybe he should put, as we said earlier today, an apostrophe after the O of his name. As a matter of fact, we're sitting in the other room and Michelle was recalling how she once introduced Jill as Jill O'Biden. So I could use an O as well, Mr. President. Seriously though, there's another old Irish proverb. And it goes like this: it's a friend's eye is a good mirror. A friend's eye is a good mirror. I hope that's true. Because when I look into the president's eye, I sure like what I see reflecting back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce my friend and yours, the President of the United States of America.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to St. Patrick's Day at the White House. And it seems particularly fitting that we gather tonight in a house that was, after all, designed and built by an Irish architect. I want to thank Joe Biden and Jill Biden for being such great friends to Michelle and myself. Joe is an outstanding vice president. Jill instructs him on how to be an outstanding vice president. And Joe's mother is just a sweetheart. And so we're all thinking of her as she gets back on the mend. We have had a wonderful day that began by meeting with a strong friend of the United States, Taoiseach Brian Carr, who presented us with gifts of shamrocks for the people of Ireland, a symbol of the enduring ties between our nations and a reminder of the everlasting promise of spring. And he also brought his wonderful wife, Mary, and she has just been extraordinarily gracious. We are grateful to them. I was mentioning in the other room, it turns out that Taoiseach and I have something in common. Both he and my great-great-great-grandfather on my mother's side hailed from County Offaly. My great-great-great-grandfather was a bootmaker there, apparently, and I have been adopted there. I understand that I have been invited to a pub there to enjoy a pint there. And so we're going to take them up on that offer at some point. I also... You can tell these are my friends because they cheered about the pint. Just a side note, Guinness tastes very different in Ireland. It is much better. You guys keeping the good stuff for yourself. Should start a trade dispute. I also had the pleasure of meeting First Minister Peter Robinson and Deputy First Minister Martin McGuinness of Northern Ireland, two men who stood together to chart a historic path towards peace. And they are with us here tonight. I also met with Sir Hugh Ord, the Chief Constable of Northern Ireland's Police Service, who's leading the efforts to bring those responsible for the recent violence to justice. We've all watched this week as the people of Northern Ireland and their leaders have responded nothing short of heroically to those who would challenge a hard-earned peace. And the thoughts and prayers of Americans go out to the families of the fallen. And I want everyone who's listening to know this, that the United States of America will always stand with those who work towards peace. And after seeing former adversaries mourning and praying and working together, I have never been more confident that this peace will prevail. Today serves as well as a solid reminder of just how deeply intertwined, how deeply woven the ties between our nations are. Irish signatures are on our founding documents. Irish blood has been spilled on our battlefields. Irish sweat went into building our greatest cities. Tens of millions of Americans now trace their roots back to that little island that has made such a large impact on America, and I include myself in that category. For generations, the Irish, along with so many other immigrant and ethnic groups, came to America equipped often with nothing more than faith and an unbending belief that success was possible for all who were willing to work hard for it. That, after all, may be the reason Americans identify so strongly with the story of St. Patrick, the story of believing in the unseen and of making that belief a reality. And that's what the Irish did in this country. They struggled to create a place for themselves in a distant land. And with a commitment to faith and family and hard work, they transformed that land in the process. And even after all the generations of becoming and being Americans, their descendants have never lost the enduring spirit that insists on proclaiming themselves Irish still. That same pride was embodied by a man who once occupied this very house and whose portrait is right outside this door. A man who was only 3 generations removed from Ireland. In the 3rd year of his presidency, John F. Kennedy decided to make a trip to his ancestral home. And one of his aides advised against it. The aide said, "You've already got all the Irish votes you want in this country. If you go to Ireland, people will say it's just a pleasure trip." And Kennedy responded, "That's exactly what I want. A pleasure trip to Ireland. That's what I want too." We've got a little more work to do. But while he was there, President Kennedy visited the port from which his great-grandfather embarked for America. And he addressed the Irish Parliament. And he reflected, as we all have from time to time, on the role chance plays over the generations in determining who we become. And he said, "If this nation had achieved its present political and economic stature a century ago, my great-grandfather might never have left New Ross, and I might, if fortunate, be sitting down there with you," Kennedy said. Of course, if your own president had never left Brooklyn, he might be standing up here instead of me. Of course, it bears saying that if Patrick Kennedy hadn't left County Wexford, or if Thomas Fitzgerald hadn't left County Limerick, the American people would have been deprived of the presidency of John F. Kennedy, but also would have been denied one of the finest public servants of this or any age, and a great friend of mine and many of yours, Sir Edward M. Kennedy. Kenny wishes he could be here tonight, but I guarantee you this much. The very thought of all of you gathered here would put a twinkle in his eye and a smile on his face. He, as much as anyone, reminds us of what it means to be Irish. And no matter what hardships may come, there's always joy to be found in this life. That through hard work, tomorrow can be better than today. That comfort is found amidst faith and family, love and laughter, poetry and song. And tonight, in this room with all of you, I'm reminded of the words of that great Irish poet, Yeats. "There are no strangers here, only friends you haven't met yet." Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to St. Patrick's Day at the White House. And I think it's particularly fitting that we gather tonight in the house that was, after all, designed and built by an Irish architect. We've had a wonderful day that began by meeting with a strong friend of the United States. That's your speech. Thank you for having us. Who said this was Indian proof? It's been a wonderful honor to be hosting here this evening. Almost with great friends. I have to say, almost, it has a feel of a housewarming. And we do feel so very much at home tonight, surrounded by fantastic music and entertainment, filling this wonderful space. It may also, of course, be because we're here in a house built by an Irishman, James Hope. So many thanks, Mr. President, and to the First Lady. We will respect this hospitality, I can assure you, and enjoy a wonderful occasion here tonight. You've given us the privilege of hosting us here, a day of extraordinary tradition, part of the unique friendship and kinship between our countries. as we gather here and celebrate this day that unites Ireland with our many millions and millions of strong community of Irish heritage and associations here in America and around the world, we do so in times filled with challenge. As a friend of America in these tough times, I'd like to tell you what we see from across the Atlantic. We see what you do well. America does ambition well. Ambition to succeed. Ambition to build a better future. And America does pride well. Justified pride. The pride and achievement of clear principles and endlessly striving to live up to them, to make them real for everyone in your society. And I think everyone standing here would agree, it turns out America does change well, and does hope pretty well too. In Ireland we have challenges facing our economy too, and as we have a historic peace that we are determined to hold and make a reality for generations and generations to come. And I think we have some very big things going for us as well. I think Ireland does connections well. And the proof is here. The bonds that bring us together here are some of the strongest on the planet. And I think Ireland does imagination well. Across a vibrant cultural life, to an economy that's harnessing innovation, thriving on research, and pushing out for the next discovery, the next idea. The former occupant of this house, Abraham Lincoln, whose bicentennial we celebrate this year, wrote, "The better part of one's life consists of our friendships." And Ireland and America stand in this world with this unique friendship between us, with Irish America at the very absolute heart of it. Some 40 million bridges across one of the world's greatest oceans. 40 million bridges traversing history, and that will take us into the future. Bridges on which investment travels, creating jobs here and in Ireland. Bridges on which ideas travel, thriving on partnership and exchange. Bridges of dreams and of purpose, built by those who came before us, and that it is up to us to maintain. So thank you for being here, and for being part of the history that we are shaping at home, and for the future we are making for our children. The President, or Uachtaráin as we can now call him, has been learning the Irish language today. Doing very well at it too. He did a pretty good job this morning of "Is Féidir in?" Yes, we can. So let me finish by saying, "The Nairi an Bóharlach, Uachtaráin." May the road rise with you, sir. Thank you very much.
First, I'd like to say thank you to President Obama.
I learned to take orders well. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here with two great leaders to welcome the TJ and to celebrate the friendship between our two great nations. Two nations that, in my case, most define who I am. There's an Irish proverb that says there is no strength without unity. Today, we celebrate the strength, the rise, and the unity the Irish and American people have shared for centuries. Now, actually, it was from the very beginning We all know about the importance of St. Patrick's Day in Irish history, but today is a pretty significant day in America as well. It was on March 17, 1776, I'm sure you all know, that British General Howe evacuated Boston in the Revolutionary War, paving the way for our ultimate victory. And the password, literally, the password at General Washington's encampment that day was St. Patrick. Now, St. Patrick's Day has been entwined in American history literally since our birth. So when Americans are all done up tonight in Kelly Green, involved in revelry outside and inside the White House, I'm sure it's likely the result of their keen desire to more deeply understand the Revolutionary War here in America. Or maybe not. Maybe not. For me, of course, St. Patrick's Day and the Irish which it celebrates are inextricably part of my character, and many of you as well as the President. It's part of my personal history, as it is for many of you here tonight. My mother, Catherine Eugenia Finnegan Biden, is the soul, spirit, and essence of what it means to be an Irish American in my view. She's spiritual,